we have a very good news to me coming from Burkina Faso, which is that the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, has made the African local medicine legal in the hospital. That means if you go to a hospital in Burkina Faso, you can now be given herbal medicine, that is local medicine that has been used by our forefathers. And President Ibrahim Traoré went ahead to say that this local medicine have been used for thousands of years by our forefathers, and it has been working well for them. But when the Westerners came, they made us understand that those drugs are fake. They say that they are fake, and they started importing their own drugs from their places to us. And so many times they used to add some chemicals in their medicine, using it to test Africans to see how the medicine is. Sometimes the African might end up dying, might end up losing their life, while some will not lose their life. But Ibrahim Traoré has said that why are they not using it to test their own citizens in their country, but instead when they are done producing, they bring it to test the Africans. But now Ibrahim Traoré is saying that African drugs, that is herbal drugs, are not fake, because they have been used by our forefathers for many years, and it has been working for them. But this European nation came to let us understand, make us understand that they are fake, and are not efficient. But for now upward, Burkina Faso will be making use of traditional medicines even in the hospital. Come to think of it, don't you think Ibrahim Traoré is so wise? Like, he's very wise. Like, the kind of wisdom things he's doing, like, make us understand that this man is full of wisdom. I don't know if who actually is his advisor, but if there's someone that is advising him on these steps he's taking, that person, there should be a kudos to that person. Like, that person is really trying. We pray God to continue protecting the person. But if he's the one that used to think of all this idea, then God continue to bless him and give him more wisdom to change things for Africa. Now in Burkina Faso, in their hospitals, herbal drugs is now legal to be used, and these herbal drugs have been used by our forefathers thousands of years, and it has been working. So it's not now that it will stop working. It will continue to work for us because it has worked before. Maybe some of these these medicines that are imported have so much side effects that is unaliving the people of Africa. Sometimes we don't know. We see ourselves falling sick, different kind of sickness, but we don't understand where their sickness is coming from. But we don't know that some of these things some chemicals has been added to some of these Western drugs, that if they ingest it to you, you find yourself getting sick, and you won't understand what exactly is wrong with you. But from now upward, Ibrahim Traoré has changed everything. Ibrahim Traoré is indeed a great man. He's a man full of wisdom. Let us continue to pray for Ibrahim Traoré so that God will keep him, because you all know that he has so many enemies that are fighting against him. Like, they have been trying different ways to see how to bring him down, but instead of him coming down, he has been proving to them with his wisdom that there are different ways for Africa to be on their own, to be independent, to stay on their own. And with what he's doing, I guess, and I think that the European countries are beginning to realize that Africans can actually stay on their own. They have actually been deceiving Africa for a long time, but God has raised somebody who is going to open the eyes of Africa. And with Putin, Putin is also trying for the Africans, and he has been the one also trying to open the eyes of Ibrahim Traoré. But Ibrahim Traoré has also been making good moves right by himself, which is bringing what we are expecting. And with that, Africa will become great. Africa is great.